Yeah.
It does have this clause at the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to one target card from a graveyard. Yep. So you can play this, and even if you are not stealing creatures from your opponent, you can start attacking away at their graveyard.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a creature. You can eat a life from the loam. You can eat lots of things out of the graveyard. So
anything from Painter as well, which
we've
seen a ton of
Painter
today.
Things. Yep. Keith, we've seen already. He's got a pretty stock red Stompy list. Looks like he's got a Cursed Mirror. That's the only kind of spicy thing in here. He's got Broadside, Caves of Chaos Adventures, and he's got 4 Pyroglyphs. I'm loving the Pyroglyphs. That's kind of becoming stock now, though.
Yeah, really excellent card. Triggers off of itself and other copies of Pyroglyph. Just really tough to mount any sort of offense, against that card.
Is there a chance to see the standings? Yeah, we'll find the standings for y'all here. Well, look, we got a Thoughtseize from Jacque. All right. Looks like a Sunring Eruption, Shatter Skull Smashing, Chrome Mox, Moon.
Yeah, kind of a slow start from Keith right here. I mean, if nothing else, this is a pretty clear sign you should be fetching out some basics if you have them.
Yeah. Do you take the Chrome Mox here? I think
I think so, yeah.
Yep. You just gotta hit the Stompy part.
Right. First Moon's as good as the second, so.
Yep. So there's no point in taking the Moon.
And you might as well delay it until turn 3 right here.
And my only other thought would be taking one of the land, the flip lands. I don't think that's totally right, though. Right. So I think the Chrome Mox, I mean, they do the same thing, right? They make a mana, even though Chrome Mox is a little bit of card disadvantage on top, the tempo is too much of a gain.
Right. Going to come out a turn earlier. Keith going to draw for turn. Looks like another Shatter Skull Smashing.
I assume he's going to play this tapped. No use bluffing.
Right. No need to take the 3 right here.
Yep.
And he'll say go.
And we're back to Jacque.
Yeah. Drew,
seems like a good time for a frog.
Yeah. See, another
Nethergoyf's good too. Yeah. This could be. He wants to get a basic though. If he, I can't see if he's got. All right, so he's gonna ponder. I think he's looking for a fetch or a basic. He knows he's got the good long game here. You just got to make sure he doesn't moon you. And keep. Yeah. Well, if he moons him at the table, that's probably a judge call. But.
We're all just children playing a children's card game.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it is for ages 8 and up. We're gonna make mooning jokes. So, I mean that's what I'm either island or swamp. Probably you just want one of them at this point.
Yeah.
So that looks like a basic swamp. I think I see a skull there. Yeah, he cast another Goyf off it, so it's a swamp. Okay.
Yeah. So getting some good pressure on the board right here. Obviously, Keith's gonna need to come up with something a little bit, pretty soon if possible.
Land, so 2.
Yeah. Yep. But that Blood Moon looks like it is going to do some good work.
Okay, so Keith does not draw any more acceleration. This is why he took the Chrome Mox, right?
Yeah. Good play by
Because
Jacque.
now, if you can get an island out, you're pretty well insulated from his whole hand.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, it'll keep you off Murktide Regent. I don't think that's, like, the biggest concern Jacque has at this moment. And, well, he doesn't have an island, so he's going to have a tough time. What he can do is hold... Okay, he's going to tap it. I was thinking you can hold the blue up, so if he plays Blood Moon next turn, you float a blue, and then you just borrow it back to his hand.
Right.
But he's gonna spin that Brainstorm and try and get an island here.
There's another Underground Sea in his hand. He might still go with your play where he floats.
Okay, yeah, if he's got another Underground.
Yeah. Alternatively, he could just choose to develop... No, I think he's going to want to do that, because that access to blue mana is going to be so good for him. He does still have... the Brazen Borrower, the second half in hand, as well as a Murktide Regent, so getting those in play is going to be really helpful. Yeah. 2 cards going back, as is the Brainstorm.
Yeah, that's what Brainstorm does. How many times have you cast a Brainstorm, looked at all 3, put them back in an order, and just resolved to ponder instead of the Brainstorm, then went, oh, wait.
Pretty often.
Yeah, I've done that before. The other mistake's worse, when you cast a ponder and then you draw 3 cards and then they call the judge on you. I've done that before too. It's not very fun.
Yeah. All right. Keith's gonna go for land number 3.
It's got to be the moon. Yep.
Okay, here's the
and
Blood Moon.
Jacque's gonna float and borrow it back. It's got to be the play. Yep.
Good heads up play by Jacque right there.
And now, well, Keith's at 16. So even if you don't draw an island, if you cast that borrower, he's going to put Jacque to 12, or put Keith to 12. And if Keith plays the Blood Moon next turn, you can play the borrower in response, and you're going to be presenting 7 damage into a guy that's at 12 and is tapped out. You might just you know, be able to close on the tempo.
Right. Brazen Borrower an option. I think Murktide is getting pretty close, if not already there as well.
Okay. You got a Surveil land. It's another one that's probably going to turn into a mountain here soon.
Right. Looking pretty dire for Keith. He's probably going to get something pretty quickly. Yeah, we do know he has a One Ring, but it's going to take a little bit of time to convert the
right.
card.
Oh, and there's the
The
Murktide. Okay.
presence. Yeah.
Yep, Murktide's even better there.
Coming in
So
as
it's going to
6/6.
have 6 power. Yep.
Yeah.
So he's presenting 10 power. So Keith can play Blood Moon and do a little bit of lock. But...
Another Gork does.
Oh, it shrunk the Nevergoyf. Still, he's presenting 7 power. That's that seems solid.
Yeah, and if you're Keith, that One Ring looks pretty appealing right about now. But I don't know if he's going to have the time to capitalize off the cards he draws off of it.
Oh, is that a Simian Spirit Guide?
That is a Spirit
Yep.
Guide, yeah.
Okay. There's the One Ring. Okay, that buys him a turn.
Jacque's going to let it resolve. Keith choosing to, let's see, yeah. We'll
Draw a
right
card.
here. Keith may choose to, definitely will play a land, but...
I'm sure I'll play a land. That's probably a good bet.
Yeah.
You probably just let it come in tapped. I can't imagine he has much in the way of 1-drops here.
Is it damage or loss of life? He might just be able to take 3 damage and have the protection.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
And it might just not even matter, though.
I
so,
don't think it does.
Yeah.
So.
So, yeah, he's going to play it tapped. I think it's damage, so, yeah, I think it doesn't... I think it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. And, oh, yeah, he doesn't attack. He passes the turn back. That's right.
One Ring gonna deal
So
one
now
damage.
we have 6, 7, and if Keith goes to 11... So if Keith can't get out, Jacque can play the Brazen Borrower, present 11, and then the One Ring would kill Keith on his upkeep. So he's got to move right now.
Draw for the turn is a Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
I don't think that does
gonna
much
do
for
it.
you. He's
Yeah.
got a Pyrogoyf. Is Pyrogoyf blowing up Nethergoyf good enough?
Not quite yet, I don't think. Because we only see artifacts in graveyards
Yeah.
right now. So it's going to need a couple more types than that.
Oh, right. Yeah, Pyrogoyf is only going to deal 1. Yep. Okay, so he's going to draw 2.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's a good
And
pickup
he's
for the
probably
turn.
just looking for another One Ring, right?
Yeah. Doesn't seem to find
It seems
it.
fairly ideal.
Right. The City of Traders is going to give him some extra mana. I think I see a Gut. Is that a Gut in his hand? And,
Gut.
Yeah, you know Gut.
What is Gut?
Gut? It might not be Gut. Gut is like a thing that makes 4/1s. Oh, never mind. They don't
Okay.
play Gut in this.
Is it Cursed Mirror?
I don't think it's Curse
Okay.
Mirror.
Yeah,
Not sure
I'm
what
not
that
sure.
is.
I'm not sure what I'm seeing over there.
Gut is a 2 colorless and a red for a guy that whenever you attack, you can sacrifice an artifact or creature to make a 4/1 with the menace
Oh,
attacking.
okay.
Yeah.
Right, so Jacque's probably going to play his Brazen Borrower here. Yep. And I think that's he's presenting lethal now, right?
I believe so. Yeah, at 11.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus he's got the One Ring out, so that's going to ping. So he's got to do something.
Yeah.
He's got another Simian Spirit Guide. All right. And we got Pyrogoyf. Oh, and now we can Goyf and take out the Brazen Borrower.
That's good.
Yep. So that buys him another turn here.
Yeah. Well played by Keith. Sort of
Yep.
treading water. at
Nice
this point.
sequencing. Yep.
But it's going to give him at least one more turn to stay alive.
And now he can push the okay. Yeah. Oh wait, that well
It's game 1.
yeah, well Pyrogoyf going to no, he had the Brazen Borrower in the yard, made it 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
So-
that's game 1.
Really good plays by everybody. Keith doing what he could to stay alive right there. Jacque knowing that the Revolt trigger, kind of seeing that, and being able to take out the Pyrogoyf clears the way for the Nethergoyf. Want to take a look at sideboards?
So yeah, this is Keith's list. He's got some Dead Gons. I think I've always liked Dead Gone against Murktide lists and against Frog, because if they get some counters on it and then you bounce it, you're really just getting quite a bit of value out of it.
Right.
And also, I mean, you can just dead their Nethergoyf early or something and pick it off. So I think it's a pretty good card both
Right.
sides here.
I think so as well. Early interaction
Yeah.
in general, we saw
Yeah,
could have been
that's
really
what you
helpful in
want.
that game.
Fairy Macabre, probably not. Do you bring in Fiery Confluence? I don't think so. One damage each creature really just kills Brazen Borrower, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think this is a matchup
Yeah.
for it.
But you definitely bring in those Red Blasts. He's got 3 Pyroblasts and a Reb.
Yeah. What about Ghost Vacuum?
Ghost Vacuum.
I guess Jacque is not using the
Yeah.
graveyard all that much.
Does Keith know that? he might think Jacque's on Reanimator.
Yeah.
Instead of just Tempo. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Ghost Vacuum just thinking Atraxa might show its face.
We might, yeah. If we see the Fairy Macabres, we'll know exactly what happened.
Yeah, Fairy Macabre comes in, we'll know for sure.
Yeah, but I don't think Jacque's list is particularly susceptible to graveyard hate, so...
All right, and from Jacque's side, I think I bring in Force of Negation here, right? You just got to stop the early Blood Moons.
Force of Negation, pretty strong.
Harbinger of the Seas? Probably not. He's got enough mountains.
Yeah, enough mountains. Slowing down the Soul Lands, I don't think is quite enough. And this fact that the Harbinger, part of the, I guess, like the value of the Blood Moon is that it comes down so early for these red Stompy decks.
Yeah.
Harbinger on the Seas, on the other hand, you probably have to wait until turn 3 at the earliest.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Being so I don't think it's quite good enough here.
No, I don't either.
Hydroblast certainly comes in.
Yeah, Hydroblast is going to be excellent.
Consign to Memory, probably not. And the only other one he might bring in Barrowgoyfs. I'm not sure. I think he probably keeps the Fatal Pushes, right? He's got enough small beaters. I think you probably keep the Fatal Pushes. He can probably lose the Emperor of Bones. It's probably not good here.
Maybe -2 Emperor Bones for 2 Barrowgoyf.
For 2 Barrowgoyf seems pretty reasonable. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could also, you probably want to go for the throat. You could also shave Thought Seizes, especially on the draw. But
right.
That is a little risky too. You might end up, if he plays Mountain Go, you're kind of going to wish you had that Thought Seize. But I think I'd cut the Thought Seizes.
Yeah. Those two Nile Spellbombs probably aren't very good either.
Oh yeah, Nile Spellbomb can go. Yep, that's an easy one. Yeah, so I think that's what I do is bring in Barrowgoyf, Force of Negation, Hydroblast, and cut the 2 Spellbombs, and maybe the 2 Emperor Bones, and you just leave the Thought Seizes. Maybe you leave the Emperor Bones. I don't know. We'll see. On the draw, I think on the play, you definitely leave the Thought Seizes. On the draw, that's either one seems reasonable to me.
Yeah. We'll see what they come up with. I think Jacque is pretty well set up for this matchup already. It's maybe Keith that's going to have to... Sort of being on the back foot, it's Keith that's going to have to come up with something to do better here.
Well, bringing in the 3 Red Blasts from Keith's side is going to help quite a bit. You can take out Murktide, and it can take out Frog.
Right. And also... Yeah, go ahead.
It's really going to... It really improves his chances. So I kind of feel like Keith's getting the better of sideboarding here, but he's down a game, so...
Yeah. We'll see if he can bounce back, take us to a game 3 right here.
Yep. We gotta do this, too. That's up.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Left player shuffling up, presenting Keith presumably on the play here. Can't think of any reason why he'd be on the draw.
And so while we wait, the rest of the top 8, Colin Roundtree on Mystic Forge combo coming in with 16 points as the 1 seed. Saw Stone Ash, who we saw both these guys on camera. He's on RB Painter. He's coming in at 2nd. Dylan Lurch at 3rd. Dylan, what is Dylan on? He's also on Painter as well, right? Yeah.
Had a pretty good on camera twice actually.
Yeah. Jacque and Keith, as you see here, we got Alan Beltran. I do not know what he's on. Let's find out. He's coming in at the 6th seed. Tom Andrews on Grixis Control coming in at 7, and Quincy Hoon coming in at 8. Let's find out what those guys are on.
Right. Yeah, not sure what Alan and Quincy are on, but other than that...
Okay, Alan also on Red Stompy. Pretty similar list. Oh, he's running the unlicensed hearses. Those are cool.
Again, with the main deck graveyard hate.
Yep.
People knew who the public enemy #1 was this weekend.
And Quincy is running Reanimator with Metamorphosis Fanatic and Frogs and that type of stuff.
So it looks like we do have...
So we've got a Reanimator and a UB Tempo. We also have... Tom's also running Frogs, but he's on Grixis Control, right?
Right, Grixis Control. 2 Painters.
2 Painters.
2 Red Stompies.
A Mystic Forge combo.
Yeah.
And
that's it. That's 8.
Is that it? Yeah. Okay.
So... Interesting top 8, kind of what we expected in some ways, but have a few surprises in Grixis Control as well as Mystic Forge combo.
Yeah, Mystic Forge combo coming in at the 1 seed is surprising. The fact that it's Colin Roundtree running it coming in at 1st seed makes it significantly less surprising. He's very good at Magic. So, all right.
Both players going to keep their 7?
Got 7, and Keith coming in with a tap land on turn 1. And we'll go back to Jacque. He's going to Mishra's Bauble.
Yeah, thinks about it for a second. Has a Wasteland.
And just Wasteland. I love that.
Yeah, he's going to fire it off.
It's surprisingly strong, you know, and that's something that I didn't do a lot until I started playing Red Stompy myself and realizing how devastating it is sometimes when they take out your red source. That and especially, you know, when he played that means he doesn't have, like, Spirit Guide Ancient Tomb, right?
Right.
So you know you're really truly setting him back a turn. It's a nice time walk.
Surprisingly fragile. Is that going to be the Ghost Vacuum?
What is that?
I think that's the Ghost Vacuum. So
that
maybe thought Jacque was going to be on.
Looks like Ghost Vacuum.
Blue-black Reanimator.
Yep, and you know, it eats cards for Pyrogoyf. It eats for Nethergoyf. It eats cards for
Murktide.
For Murktide. So yeah, it is going to generate some value. Oh, Jacque's playing his Scalding Tarn with the stamp there. That's a top 8 prize from Hurricane Weekend, a vintage old school tournament we do here in Houston for year. Yeah, we do old school on Saturday and then vintage on Sunday, all proxy. And then Jacque top 8'd vintage. So that's that was the prize card he got.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a Hurricane glass for the Hurricane Weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't
cool.
I didn't get it at first until someone's like, it's a Hurricane glass. But.
Looks like Keith is going to attempt to resolve the One Ring. Jacque cracking a Scalding Tarn in response. I wonder if he will continue to try to play around the Blood Moon.
I would. I'd be if he's planning on dazing here, which is what I suspect. I'd be getting an island. Yep. And that's what he does.
Yep. Maybe hoping to daze or brainstorm in response.
Blood Moon's just so deadly out of, and blue's the important one because then if you draw that Hydroblast, which I guess he only does one Hydroblast, so it's not huge. It lets you blow it up. But it also lets you borrow it, and there's just a few things you know. He's brainstorming. Okay.
Brainstorming response. Did not see a daze or Force of Will in the top 3 cards.
Yep.
So
because if he doesn't have removal for that One Ring and he has no pressure, he's just going to draw a lot of cards here. Right. I think you got to try and counter it if you can. Yep. And he doesn't find the counter magic.
Oh, and there's the Blood Moon.
Look at this. The red deck's going to have card advantage on the blue deck.
What a time to be
alive. That is not the position you want to be in.
Let's see. Ponder from Jacque right here. Gotta imagine he's looking for some kind of a threat at this point. Don't know.
He's going to keep him there.
I don't know if he found it.
We got a Marsh Flats.
And this is probably going to be...
That's interesting. Marsh Flats does not get Island, but it will get Swamp. It's an interesting fetch choice.
Yeah. Probably has the 4 Polluted Deltas.
I'm sure he's got 4 Polluted Deltas. Yeah.
And then beyond
maybe,
that...
well, he's got at least 1 Scalding Tarn, so you know he's got that. So maybe he's running that. Let's see what his fetch choice is.
Yeah.
Wonder if he just wanted another black fetch for the option. Yeah, so he's got 1 island. He's got Marsh Flats, Misty, Scalding Tarn, and then 4 Polluted Deltas. Yeah.
Also a Bloodstained
Mire. A Bloodstained Mire. So he's got 2 ways to get just black.
2 black, 2 blue, and then 4 blue-black. Nethergoyf going to be the play from Jacque right here. Opting to grab the Underground Sea, interestingly enough. So not really valuing the basic Swamp in this case. Keith drawing a second Blood Moon right there. This is going to get worse in multiples.
Well, Jacque has a Brazen Borrower in hand. So I think he has a little bit of an out to a Blood Moon. It is interesting that he didn't get a Swamp, but maybe he wants to have UU available. I mean, that must be why, right?
Right.
Yep. So here's the Blood
for
Moon.
the Brazen Borrower, as well as the Murktide. Probably just good to have extra islands in play. Can't imagine this Blood Moon gets countered.
Well, if he didn't counter the One Ring, he's probably not countering the Blood Moon because he probably doesn't have counter magic.
Yeah, and he does have an answer to the Blood Moon in the form of Petty Theft. Yeah,
and he also has a Hydroblast in the deck that could do it. So this might be a situation where if you have blue cards to play, you don't Brazen Borrower or Petty Theft it until you find a way to just counter the thing. You don't want to burn your Petty Theft, send it back to his hand, and then he just recasts it, right?
Right. Looks like he's
going to brainstorm. That makes sense to me. Oh, Consigned to Memory. That's when you needed a few turns ago. Yep.
Yeah. So I consign to memory, Wasteland, Emperor of Bones. None of those are really what he's looking for
No,
right
that's
now.
not what he's looking for.
Yeah, but this is going to be a Brainstorm instead of a Ponder, so he's got to keep some of them. And I think he's just going to play the Wastelands and maybe another non-basic stuck on double mountain.
Yeah, that nice double, nice Tempest Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. Keith thinking about operating the Ghost Vacuum right here, decides not to do it. Won't shrink the Netherglyph in time, so... Oh, and
he's got a swamp. Okay, so and there goes the Emperor Bones.
Yeah.
So can Keith now wait until the Emperor Bones trigger goes on the stack, and then does Emperor Bones target?
It's a good question. Looks like
one target card. Yeah. So because Jacque's forced on the timing, he can eat it in response. Although I'm sure Jacque's going to go after Keith's graveyard, so that if Keith does want to do that. He's, protecting his own graveyard there.
Right. Yeah, this One Ring going a little bit crazy right now. Keith's taken 3 damage off of it so far and drawn 6 cards.
But he's got the full grip. Very full grip. It looks like he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he got 9 cards.
His hand's overflowing. I mean, this is just crazy.
Gotta love it.
Capable of doing. I see another One Ring in his hands.
Okay, that's strong.
Yeah. One Ring. 2 Blood Moons, maybe 1 Blood Moon.
There's a Dead Gone there
Dead
too.
Gone as well, yeah.
Yep.
And then a Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
So do you just dead the Emperor Bones here?
I think so.
I think I'd do it.
I would dead the maybe kill the Netherglyph first.
Well, the Netherglyph's a 2/3, so
right.
I don't think you can dead it.
Sorry, you would Pyroglyph the Netherglyph first.
Oh, if you and
then you would kill the Emperor Bones.
He's only got 3 mana available.
You're right.
Yeah, there's a Blood Moon.
I saw a Simian Spirit Guide, but yes.
That's okay, yeah, so maybe 4. Yeah. So if does he not have a land? That's a painful position to be in with no land. Oh, Broadside Bombardiers. There we go. Now, and there's the Force of Will from Jacque.
You gotta fight back on that.
Yep. Oh no! Poor man's Force of Will?
Did you say poor man's Force of Will?
Poor man's Force of Will! There it is! Exile Simian Spirit Guide, cast Red Blast.
Oh my goodness.
The poor man's Force of Will. Man, okay, I think he can come in with Broadside, probably sack his One Ring here, right?
Right, yeah.
And blow up the Netherglyph, and then he can cast the other One Ring next turn.
This is crazy.
Oh, Broadside's such a good card.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to swing first. Card is Menace, so we'll be able to be blocked by Jacque right here. And then Keith can take his time deciding what he wants to throw.
So is it just artifacts or creatures? I can't remember if you can throw an enchantment. Let me see.
I think it's permanents, right?
It might be permanents.
Yeah. Maybe non-land permanent.
Creature or artifact. So he can't
throw the Blood Moon. Okay.
Okay.
So that's my mistake. But he can't throw the so it's going to be the Ghost Vacuum or the One Ring.
I don't think going the Ghost Vacuum does much because it costs 1. He could throw Chrome Mox in theory, but he's not going to do that because he's not stupid.
Oh, I thought it was 2 plus the...
Oh, it is, right. Yeah, it'd still be 3 damage, yeah. But I think you get your big One Ring off the table. He's got another in hand.
Yeah. Between us, we have total knowledge of the format.
Interesting that he chose the Emperor Bones instead of the Netherglyph, because he has a dead in hand, and I was thinking he'd want to just dead the Emperor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the flip side, I think, is maybe... Is he worried about Jacque doing something unfair with the Emperor Bones this turn? Yeah,
that's fair. Oh, right. He doesn't know that Jacque does not run Atraxas, and... Yeah, because this is closed deck list, so Keith does not know that. Mm-hmm. Oh, and he can shrink it with the Ghost here, too. That's pretty good.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Jacque going to come in with the Netherglyph once more.
Beaten for 2.
Yeah.
So we got Keith down to 12.
Gotta like Keith's position after having drawn so many cards.
Yeah. Jacque looks like he's in worse position than he actually is, because he does have the island and the swamp. Mm-hmm. He can cast things. He's not, I mean, he can't hard cast a Brazen Borrower. He can Petty Theft, though, and he's got options here. All right.
He does get to play Magic.
Yeah.
Which is more than many people will get Moon can say.
Yeah. But Keith drew so many cards off the One Ring. I think he's going to get another One Ring. It's really kind of just piling up the card advantage there he got off that thing. He drew how many cards? 6?
6 cards off the One Ring. Took 3 damage off of it. If Jacque could have fought back over the broadside bombardiers, I think he would have done so. So I have to imagine this one ring is going to resolve right here.
We're getting in for 2.
Yep.
Oh, and we got something. Okay, we're gonna petty theft it.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable. Don't let it. So he doesn't seem like he's too worried about the Blood Moon, which I don't disagree with. I think because he has the 2 basics, I'm not super worried. But he's gonna draw Murktide here because that's just how the world goes, right?
Playing around the Blood Moon reasonably well, but
yeah,
there's only so much you can do in a deck with so low to the ground and with strict color requirements like this. It might be a little bit tough for him to play the game he wants to be playing.
Yeah, he's not playing the game he wants to be playing, but he's playing a game.
He is playing a game.
Yep.
Yeah, Keith looks like he's thinking about it. Going to go for
Pyrogoyf. That's why he didn't. That's why he didn't throw the ring at the what's it called? You're right.
Yeah.
He was worried about a combo, and he had Pyrogoyf to take it out anyway.
Yeah. Pyrogoyf's going to shoot it down. I think Jacque. I saw the fatal bush in his hand.
Yep. And before he can bring it back, because that thing can unearth.
Oh my goodness.
Unearth, or I can't even remember what unearth is. A different mechanic, I think, but
yeah,
it can come back. It rears its ugly head again sometimes. So yeah, now I'm loving Keith's position quite a bit here.
It turns out when he draws 6 cards,
I heard that's good.
Yeah. Who knew?
Yep. I mean, so I'm a Grizzlebrand player, so I know that drawing 7 cards is good, but I just wasn't sure about 6. If it, it might be the line where 6 just isn't really very good and 7's good. So I wasn't quite sure. So thanks for clarifying that for me.
Yeah. No, happy to help.
I appreciate it.
If you've ever gone recall, snap, recall, that's also pretty good.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Looks like Fable
the Mirror Breaker.
I like this. Developing his mana situation a little better. He is at a point where he is not able to play 2 cards in a turn. And so I think Fable the Mirror Breaker, giving him a little bit more mana to work with, might be a very good thing.
So I think the other reason he's holding Dead Gone is probably for Murktide Regent.
That's a good point.
He wants something to bounce Murktide Regent.
Right. If you don't know if your opponent has the second islands, you want to make sure that you don't get caught off guard by that.
Yeah, it's the more flexible card.
Yeah. I think Nethergoyf is the draw for Jacque right here.
He gets a Nethergoyf. Yeah, that Ghost Vacuum can really do quite a bit of work against Nethergoyf, huh? Just picking off the right card.
Really sucks.
Yeah.
It's a vacuum.
G-Daddy is king of drawing. You said it, Magic Dad. Whew. I think my one of our local legacy, local Houston legacy chats, my name was Ben K, disciple of Grizzlebrand for many years.
Isn't it weird that the card got power crept out of the format?
I know, right? It's crazy. Atraxa is really good.
Yeah. And Atraxa is not even like...
Atraxa is dirty.
I don't even play as often in these decks. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Atraxa is dirty. You know what? I swear, the biggest thing that makes Atraxa better than Grizzlebrand is that it pitches the Force of Will. I swear. When I've played it with Sneak and Show, and the number of times the fact that you can pitch it bails me out is, like, off the charts.
And, like, natural order decks are playing it, too. It's
yeah,
just, like,
right, yeah.
Like,
the color's insane.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to go for a 1 ring, but Jacque is going to have the Consign to Memory? Consign to Dreams?
Consign to Memory.
Consign to Memory right there.
That's a nice, yeah.
Yeah, good tag right there. Managed to stop Keith from running even further away with this game.
So I think, did he copy it? Did he replicate it?
Could be. It looks like he's attacking this turn, so he maybe tried to replicate it in order to get some more damage in.
Yeah, because I think that's the optimal play, is to replicate it just in case Keith has a Pyroblast.
Right.
Now you protect it, and if you weren't using the mana anyway.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
Jacque going to play a Psychic Frog for the turn. Keith going to end with a Ghost Vacuum activation. We might actually get to see that Ghost Vacuum pop this game. Yeah. And it looks like Reflection of Kiki-Jiki coming out.
All right. Jacque's got 1 card in hand. Is he putting the die with the number of cards in it? Is that what he's doing? That's very considerate. I love that he's doing that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now Keith's got some mana.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He does have the Dead Gone in hand still, and I think he might save that to try and stop the Psychic Frog from growing.
Yeah.
Because if Jacque only has one card in hand, he might move to block with the Psychic Frog, then discard a card to pump it to a 2/3.
So that's what I'm thinking. Play the Bombardier and attack.
Uh-huh.
And what you can do is you can attack with both it and the Shaman.
Yeah.
And fling the Shaman or the pedal, probably, that comes out of the Shaman at the Psychic Frog. And then if he pumps the Psychic Frog, you can dead it. Oh, or you can do that and just fling 2 things at it. That's an option.
This is crazy.
Yeah, so all 3 coming. He's going to make a pedal. A treasure, sorry. And now Jacque's going to figure out if he's going to block. He can try and block the Goblin Shaman. I think Keith's very happy to... Because then he has to discard the card, right? And then he could just fling the pedal and kill it.
Yeah.
So I don't think you block.
Oh, I see. I think...
Oh, did he fling Kiki?
The reflection of Kiki. I think he's just sacrificing... Yeah.
Oh, what was Jacque's life total at?
He was around 10.
Okay, because that looks like it's game, yeah, because you get in and then you just throw things. Yeah,
So
okay.
that's 5 and 5.
I didn't realize the life total. That definitely...
Crazy.
Yep.
Broadside Bombardier is a messed up Magic card.
All right, and we're going to game 3. We haven't had too many game 3s today, huh?
Yeah, fortunate to have game 3s here.
Yeah.
Wow. Who do you think is favored here?
I think it's a pretty close matchup, especially the way their boards are built. So I think I got to take Jacque because he's on the play.
Right.
I think if it was the other way around, I might take Keith. It's that close.
Yeah, Keith really wants to get off to a fast start. We kind of saw how crippling that turn 1 Thoughtseize from Jacque was in order to, taking Keith's Chrome Mox, slowing him down by a full turn.
Yeah.
Ended up being backbreaking for him. Meanwhile, Keith, sort of getting to the board super quickly. And then using that tempo to resolve the 1 ring and then draw 6 cards off of it.
Yeah, once he drew those 6 cards, it really felt like the game was getting away from Jacque. But he hung in there much better than I thought he would. So I thought he was pretty much toast, and well, he did lose, but he fought hard.
Just a matter of time once your opponent buries you in card advantage.
So if Jacque did take out the Thoughtseizes, I'd think he'd put him back in now, right?
I'd agree with that, yeah.
And maybe it's possible he took out Dazes, although I probably wouldn't either way. This deck taps out on turn 2 and turn 3 all the time as well, so...
Can I tell you a secret?
What's that?
So, I don't play Legacy anymore, but I used to just board in Dazes at random.
Oh, yeah.
On the play and the draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep 1 or 2 in on the draw, just to keep them honest.
Well, so if you board them out on the draw and people catch wind that, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna stop responding.
Right. Yeah.
So I sometimes played games on the draw with 4 Dazes,
Yeah.
and people would play right into it every time.
Oh yeah, when you're on the
Same thing.
Although because when you're playing Infect, I kind of expect Infect to keep its defensive counter magic. Like you're not trying to tempo them out with Daze. You're you're assembling a combo. Although. As you told me, it's much more of a tempo deck than people think it is.
Oh yeah, I mean it was.
I
don't even know what it is anymore. It's not. It's not a real deck. Yeah, relegated to tier 5 or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, we've seen a couple times on stream today. The power of Daze is just forcing your opponent to play 1 turn behind.
Yeah,
can give you just enough room to sort of jam your foot in the door and then squeeze your way through. Okay. Jacque poking. Looks like he's
got another Goyf.
I see another Goyf. I see an Underground Sea. I see a Wasteland and a Brainstorm. What more do you need?
Yeah, I think you play Goyf, and if Keith does not slam a turn 1 Blood Moon, you just waste whatever he got and swing again.
Yeah, that is a good point. I didn't see any counter magic on Jacque's side. Maybe he has a Thoughtseize there.
Maybe
you'd probably lead with that over the Nether Goyf, right?
Yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So we'll see if.
Yeah, Red Stompy's more of a combo deck than you might think, given the name. Yeah. It's kind of combo-y. Also Stompy.
Very different from
Stompy E. Is that a thing?
Stompy E.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see a Fury in there.
I'm not seeing much in the way of lands. Looks like he's got an Ancient Tomb.
Yeah, and I think I saw Shadow Skull Smashing as well. One of those flip ones.
Okay.
So it looks like they're both going to keep 7-card hands right here.
Okay. Yep.
Good start.
Yeah, he's probably got a flip land in there. Then that makes it keepable.
And then I think I see a Fable the Mirror Breaker plus a Pyroblast.
Ooh. That's a Vexing Bauble, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So he can lay a Vexing Bauble and know he's protected from counter magic.
Right.
Problem is, if Jacque does what we think he's going to do here and lay that Nethergoyf and then Wasteland next turn, say Keith plays a Shock Land, plays Vexing Bauble, and then gets wasted, that's not the game he wants to be playing.
Right.
Yeah, there's the Nethergoyf. Is that off a swamp?
Yeah,
Okay.
Jacque respecting the Blood Moon right there.
Yep.
Good play on his part. Ooh, Simian Spirit Guide is a big pickup. I think that's going to be the green light for Keith to go with the maybe the turn 1 Fable.
Well, yeah, now he knows Jacque can't daze him. So, does he has a Red Blast too. So, okay, he doesn't... Okay, he can't do the Poor Man's Force of Will.
Yeah. I like this play a lot.
He's going to play the Fable.
We've seen this so many times today. He's going to go turn 1 Fable, and he's going to get that mana advantage immediately. Or as soon as he attacks, he's going to get that mana advantage from the Goblin Shaman right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think if you're in Jacque's shoes, is that a Fatal Push in his hand? I can't tell. I was thinking it was Fatal Push, but I'm not sure.
If you have the push or the petty,
you push it.
100%, yeah.
I think you push and waste. And that feels pretty good.
Yeah. Yep, there's the Wasteland for sure.
Yep, he's going to take the Ancient Tomb as expected. All right.
Now, does he have the follow-up?
There's the push.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're tempoing. We tempo
This is
now.
brutal right here.
Here comes 2.
Yeah.
All right. That's kind of how you draw up these Delverless Delver decks.
Another temporary mana source from Keith right here. Now this
What do you
is
get?
sort of interesting.
Is that a Simian Spirit Guide, Andrew?
There's a Simian Spirit Guide, yeah.
Okay.
And I think he might go for the Fury right here.
Oh, yeah. That's a good tempo killer here.
Also has the Poor Man's Force of Will in hand, as you said.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You really want to get this Nethergoyf off the board, and if it gets up to 4 power, you're just in a... Or, excuse me. Yeah, 4 power, 5 toughness. You're just in a really bad spot.
And I think... Okay, no, he knows that Jacque can't daze, because there's no island.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to respect daze here.
Yeah.
What? Oh, he's looting for... That's what he's doing. Okay.
Yes.
I thought he was about to cast Fury. All right, we got a mountain. Nice foil. Is that a foily invasion mountain? I like it.
Yeah. Could be good to run out the Vexing Bauble first.
Well, you don't want a Vexing Bauble before you Fury.
That's true.
That's not the best combo.
That's why I'm in the commentary booth and not there playing Magic with them.
But, I mean, Fury pitching... Well, I can't read the other card in his hand. I think he's got a Pyroblast, a Fury. I think it's a Broadside, so he's going to pitch the Pyroblast.
Yeah. Or pitch the
Or the
Simian
Spirit Guide, yeah. Now he's holding up Pyroblast in case...
That's smart.
So that gets the tempo off.
And then maybe run out the Vexing Bauble right here. Yeah, I like
There's
this.
the Vexing Bauble.
That's good.
Now, what cards does he have in his hand? Is it a Pyroblast and a Broadside Bombardier?
I saw definitely a Pyroblast, Shatter Skull Smash.
Oh, okay. So he's got another land coming.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's good for him.
Yeah. And you can see the power of this Blood Moon. Jacque kind of respecting it again, but, you know, there's no...
Oh, is that an island? Does he have basic island?
He's just too good at this game.
Oh, no, it's an underground sea. Okay, yep.
See a Brainstorm on his side. Another Consign to Memory.
Oh,
Good
Consign's
card
pretty
there.
solid here, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like Jacque's position, but Keith is going to be the next one to have a threat as soon as that Reflection of Kiki Jiki flips. And that is something you have to deal with. So, yeah.
He's going to pass the turn.
Sort of interesting.
Yeah, he's holding up. I couldn't tell besides Consign what else he has in his hand. Ooh, what's he doing? Countering the trigger.
Yeah, so it's not going to flip.
It's not going to flip. Oh, love it. And did he? It looks like he replicated it too. That's smart. That's heads up. So now that neuters Keith's Pyroblast.
Yeah, really good play on Jacque's part right there to replicate the Consign to Memory. Keith's position looking a lot worse now. Does have the ability to start cracking these Vexing Baubles. Yeah, having one in play is good. You can crack the second one and draw a card. But this game looking a little more anemic compared to the other two.
Yeah.
Jacque on the blue deck cast a Brainstorm.
Brainstorm. There it is.
Do like his ability to find
push
threats.
Nethergoyf. Okay, he's got a Nethergoyf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice play, consigning that.
Right, replicating the Consign.
So I think it was Jacque I saw a few months ago stifle or consign and replicate the consign on an Atraxa trigger, and his opponent had a Force of Will in hand, so the replicated stopped on a Traxa trigger from going off. And,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I knew he'd know the line. He's known it before.
Yeah.
All right, so there's another Goif. He's a 3/4.
Another Goif?
Another Goif? Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
All right. What was that card?
Looks like another Fable being picked up by Keith.
Okay.
But he's going to
So
crack
he's
looking
gonna-
for a third land. Cracked the Vexing Bauble. Found another Fable.
Okay, so he's got Fable, Pyroblast.
Yeah.
He needs a land.
Yeah. This is looking tough. Keith still had a reasonable life total right here. Going to go to 13 now.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he's okay, but if one more turn goes by without the land, he might have to consider cracking the Vexing Bauble.
Oh, he's
okay.
just doing
He's
it.
right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Probably not a bad idea. Definitely wants to get on board right here. Cast something. Hey,
And another Vexing
another
Bauble.
Vexing Bauble.
Yeah.
So no problems here. Chrome box the pickup. Really excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. So he can probably get rid of one of these Fable the Mirror Breakers right here.
And then cast the other.
Oh, interesting. Maybe
Is he going for Pyroblast?
he might be letting go of the Pyroblast
Okay.
just to cast Fable into Fable. No,
Nope,
he's gonna
okay,
get
he's
rid of
doing Fable.
Mhm.
And now he's a little worried about days, I'd be, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Sometimes you just gotta jam.
So yeah, sometimes you gotta throw it at him, make him have the days.
Looks like it's gonna go off without a hitch. Yeah. Makes a Goblin token, and Jacque's got the answer for it.
And he pushes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Keith's gonna get to rummage here with the... And that's the basic island. Okay. So he's in good Blood Moon shape now. I think that...
Yeah.
That really swings my opinion of the game for a game that doesn't actually have a Blood Moon in it yet. It has quite a large effect.
Yeah.
And what
Is it a
that looks like a
Tog?
shock. What is that card?
That can't be.
No.
Oh, that would be the Cursed Mirror.
Oh, okay, that's Cursed
Okay.
Mirror.
I thought
Okay.
that was an Atog. Those look like the eyes.
I thought it was shock from Stronghold. I was pretty sure that wasn't right on that regard.
He's got the Blood Moon right here, but yeah, as you mentioned, too little, too late. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't help much.
Jacque is pretty well insulated against it at this point, so.
Yeah, I think you play it anyway, right?
I think so too. Yeah.
It cuts off Murktide. Cuts off Brazen Borrower.
Right. Yeah, it looks like Keith is going to play it right here.
And it also cuts off fetching. Like, just general fetching.
Yeah. Oh, there's a... Yeah. Jacque's got the Hydroblast. I gotta imagine he's totally okay with
Yeah,
his Blood
I
Moon
don't
being
think
in
you.
play at this point.
I don't
Not
think you
even
worry about it at this moment.
Right,
Yep.
not going to fight over it. Keith's going to go ahead and get this Reflection to Kiki Jiki. That's going to be pretty good for him.
He's
But-
got to have something to copy.
Exactly. I think by itself it's not doing enough. The Pyrogoyf in hand is pretty good, but...
Pyrogoyf's a good card. I don't think he has enough mana to cast it, though.
Yeah. Keith does need one more. He does have a Simian
What's
Spirit
that
Guide.
card? Oh, so he can cast it.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to wait for one more turn just to see if...
Well, Jacque didn't daze the... what's it called? A few turns ago. Fable the Mirror Breaker.
That's true.
So you got to think he probably doesn't have daze. He could have drawn it, but it's unlikely at this point.
He did get the Hydroblast, though, so...
Right.
Keith's probably wondering if he wants to hold up this Pyroblast when he casts the Pyrogoyf, or
Yeah.
if he's just going to go for it right now.
I think I'd go for it, but I'm a jammer, so...
Yeah, it might be tough if he goes for it.
That's the Stompy spirit. Is just play the best card you got every turn.
The flip side is if he has a land next turn, it's going to be a lot better for him. Having the poor man's Force will back up.
Yep.
But as
And
you
he's
mentioned,
jamming.
he's just going to go for it. Yeah.
True Stompy player. And
gonna
yeah,
go-
this is going to plow head on into a Hydroblast,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
going to end disastrously for him.
Yep.
Jacque's just having all the answers.
Yep.
Countered on the stack, never comes into play. Yep.
Swing in. Oh, wait, is it Summoning Sec? It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And is that a go for the throat?
That is a go for the
Yep.
throw.
All right, and it's dead.
Just has all the answers. Is that a Psychic Frog?
Psychic Frog would be pretty good here.
Another
Nethergoyf coming in for 3 more.
Yeah. Keith on a 2-turn clock right now,
Yep.
so
Not looking great.
not going to say out of it, but close to it. Yeah.
That's a land. That doesn't help him.
No, it does set him up pretty well for.
I mean, I think I would have played it there.
Yeah.
Because especially with the Blood Moon out, it's not... You don't have to worry about the sacking part. But I guess it doesn't matter, because if he doesn't draw something next turn... If he
Right.
draws another land next turn, didn't matter, did it?
Yeah.
And there's Emperor Bones giving him 2 options, so he needs Fury.
Yep. Fury, maybe something else too at this point.
Oh yeah, he does because he's at 1, and that's the handshake.
Gonna be it.
Yep. All right, so Jacque will move on to the semifinals.
Yeah.